For the past 3 months, I've been focused primarily on hypertrophy, basically doing 3x10 for everything. But now I'm switching the focus from building muscle to building strength. Now, that's not to say that the last 3 months I wasn't trying to get stronger, because I was, and I think I made some good progress. But in order to reach the 1,200 pound total, I still have a little bit of work to do. And in order to do that, I need to focus primarily on strength and take the muscle that I built and train it to move some serious weight. If you're new here, my name's Zeke. I'm a husband, a father, and just a regular guy on a mission to reach a 1,200 pound total. That's a 300 pound bench, 400 pound squat, and 500 pound deadlift. When I started this YouTube about 3 months ago, I had just finished training for my first half marathon. And in order to start off the YouTube, I thought about doing a strength challenge. That's how I came up with the 1,200 pound total. So in order to reach the goals that I had set for myself with this 1,200 pound total, I knew that I needed to build some muscle. And now that I think I've made some decent progress, it's time to take that muscle that I built and try to make it move some serious weight. This cycle isn't all about just getting stronger. I need to dial in my technique, I need to have better bracing, and overall just better movement. So it's not a brand new program. It's just a change in focus. I'm still doing my 3 main lifts, squat, bench, and deadlift, but instead of chasing that pump and fatigue, I'm trying to focus on good technique and lifting as much weight as possible. Previously, in my hypertrophy block, I was just doing linear progression or progressive overload, doing 3x10 for basically every exercise, and trying to add 5 to 10 pounds each week. Now I'm switching more to a powerlifting rep scheme. So at the beginning of the month, I'll do 5 sets of 5 reps. Week 2, I'll do 4 sets of 5 reps. Week 3, 3 sets of 5 reps. And then week 4, 2 sets of 5 reps. And then after that month, I'll go back to 5x5. As for my accessories, those are still the same, 3 to 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. So I'm not completely ditching the bodybuilding training, but that's not the main priority. Monday starts heavy. That's the day I'll hit my heavy squats. Then I'll follow that up with some technique bench press where I really just try to dial it in and try to make it as perfect as possible. After that, I do a quad and hamstring accessory, and that will do it for the day. Tuesday is a bench press day, but it's not my competition bench press day. Currently, for Tuesdays, I do spoto press, trying to stay as tight as possible, and then I follow that up with some vertical pulling, and then a bicep and tricep exercise. Wednesday is the deadlift day. It's typically the most intense day, but it's usually the shortest day. So I'll do my heavy deadlifts, then I'll follow that up with some glute or hamstring accessory. Thursday is my secondary leg day, but it's closer to the bodybuilding split or the bodybuilding rep range than it is the powerlifting rep range. Usually I'll do a couple accessories for quads and a couple accessories for glutes and hamstrings, and those are all in the 8 to 12 rep range. Basically it's trying to make sure that my legs get worked out a second time during the week, but I try to minimize the axial fatigue from heavy back squats. Friday, I finished the week off with some competition bench. Now, I'm not going to do a competition when I do my retest, but it's the type of bench that I'll be doing for the 1,200 pound total. So I'll hit the heavy bench, then I'll do some horizontal pulling, and then I'll finish it off with some biceps and triceps. And that's basically my split for the week. Now, I know that I listed it out in Monday through Friday, but typically I just do it when I can. So if I feel super run down after 3 days, then I just take a break and then get back to it. I try to get every one of my workouts in. So currently I have 5 scheduled workouts during the week, and I just try to get them in during the week. If not, it's no big deal. Life happens, and that's just the way things go. But as long as I try to get what I can in, I think everything will work out. Now that the reps are lower, I'm trying to focus on moving with as much intent as possible. Trying to make every rep perfect, trying to move the bar fast, and trying to focus on good technique. Before it was just about finishing the set, but now it's about trying to do each set and each rep with perfect technique. I don't want to get to the 1,200 pound total test date and leave a few pounds on the table because I wasn't intent with my training and I didn't have good technique that caused me to miss or not reach the goals I have set for myself. I still have a little bit of ways to go, but I do think I've made some good progress thus far. I just need to keep showing up, keep dialing in my technique, and trying to do the best that I can every time I step in the gym. So yeah, phase 2 starts now. Actually, we're about a month into it. Sorry I haven't been posting that much on YouTube. The last 2 months I was focused on harvesting a bull elk for my family, and fortunately I was able to be successful. I'll post a picture in the chat right here. So I wasn't able to stay consistent with posting on YouTube, but I was able to still stay consistent and stay up to date on my training. So I'm about a month into the powerlifting cycle, and I think things are going pretty good. Anyways, the goal's still the same, just the focus is a little bit different. I'll try to keep you guys posted as much as I can. Like I said, or like you guys know, I am a dad, I am a husband, I do work, shift work at a refinery, and I'm pretty busy, but I do like to post these videos. It's kind of like my journal of my fitness journey and just trying to keep everybody in the loop. But it's also nice for me to look back on and think, man, 6 months ago, 345 was what my 1 rep max was, and now I can do it for 6 reps. So it's kind of cool when you put in the effort, put in the work, and all that stuff. It hasn't been perfect, you know. There's some days where I don't hit it as hard, or I skip some accessories, or things come up and I'm too tired. But I'm just trying to be consistent, right? Consistency is king. And there's that saying, it's better to show up consistently good rather than occasionally great. And I'm just trying to do that. So thank you to everyone who's subscribed. Thank you to everyone who's been following my fitness journey. I'll try to keep you posted, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.
Eyes on the road. Eyes on the road.